If El Paso is an inscribed city, Juarez on the margins is becoming a fissured one. The former has procedures of legitimation built into its structure. The latter divides and subdivides, occasionally crumbling. I watch the way people move throughout spaces. There's something to it. Faces are another matter altogether. You can't read them, but you think you can. Because of this, you colonize them. You read them by reading into them. There's no force of truth in this. At times, the border is hardly a border, more like a sieve or a grating. At times, the border is difficult to negotiate. Within and beyond the border, informal economies dominate, informalities of all sorts. What begins as spectacle ends as a deflection, but things get done. We take for granted the modernist legitimization of the state, even in the presence of failure. The state proves both formal and informal, taken when needed. This is life which skips modernism itself, just a short distance from the maquiladora. This is the new stage of capital, accumulation, and media. This is the beginning of something new on the planet, occurring everywhere. Think of Juarez as an intensification, much like the ego itself. Its boundaries expand, constantly change. Streets are named or not. New colonias spring up in the midst of things. Analysis breaks down. The rational becomes subverted. Totalizations are postulated, confused, withdrawn. Totality breathes, in a sense, another form of nomadicism. One lives, inhabits the postmodern. In theory, speech, interest, intention. One lives not only through speech, but through negotiation. Beyond negotiation, one lives. Someone caught in the middle of all this negotiates her own path. She remembers her name, holds the family together as long as possible. Eventually, within the colonias, or leaving the maquiladora workforce, she may see herself as somewhat empowered, someone with a future beyond the colonia. She crosses the border, her children attend a decent school. She blends in, a process beginning at the crossing. She negotiates everywhere with everyone.